Something slick and make it stick. Listen, I'm back, baby. It's Cigar Chaps and Mac. I got my player partner from Memphis, Renegade El Rey.
What's happening?
Hey, man, I'm trying to tell y'all something. I got some special cloth alert. Man, I got a lot of respect for this cat. A good dude. I'm going to tell you exactly why I say that, because I don't say that about any and everybody. But he's official with the referee and the whistle. So stay tuned. We're going to get back in a second after the intro. We're going to kick some real game. Memphis to Chicago, baby.
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
I like that intro, man.
Hey, man, you feeling my intro now?
The real Chicago intro. I thought Twister was finna come in there, son. You know what I mean?
Hey, Twister, man, if you see this, man, come on, fuck with your boy, dog. Let me man. Renegade, what's up, homie?
You got it, man. Same on my end. You know, I'm grinding every day. You see where I'm at. I turn around from the computer and, you know what I mean, turn around to another computer.
Hey, bro, hey, man, you know, for the few who don't know, I know you well known in the industry, but it might be you might be unknown to a few people, bro. Not many, but a few. Not many.
Yeah,
man, two times Grammy nominated engineer, bro. Can I tell these folks a little bit about you, man? I know all about you, but they don't know. Maybe they don't know. So kind of give them a little bit of back.
Yeah, like you said, man. Renegade El Rey. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. Every day, all day. You know, I'm an artist, full-time artist, full-time audio engineer, full-time writer. So you know, I do music. I have been blessed to do music, you know, for a living. You know, so yeah, that's what it is. I mean, in a nutshell, we can go into extra details, but I figure we're gonna get that in the interview, you did. But that's what it is. We do music over here, and yeah, that's what I asked God to let me do it, and I try my best to do that. You know, of course, we're gonna always delve into other stuff and find other ways to make more money. But
yes, sir.
You know, day in, day out, I'm doing music.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, listen, man. I know from Memphis and Chicago, we got like this special connection because a lot of our cousins in Memphis,
we all
we all related, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, take us back to Memphis, man. Tell us a little bit about what it was like growing up in Memphis, man.
I mean, you know, Memphis is a musical city for one. You know what I mean? Right. So everywhere you go, every day, all day, it's some music going on. You know, whether it's the blues, you know, and then of course rap. You know, you even got some jazz scene, and you got some spoken word, and of course, you know, we be big on dancing. So that's just what it is all day, every day. My uncle actually was a blues player, so I just grew up listening to music, and then you know, mom's trying to keep me on the right path. Brought me up in church every day, all day. You know what I mean? Sunday 3 services. You feel me? So there's a lot of gospel music going on too. You know, so I mean. That's what it was on the entertainment side of life for me. But you know, Memphis is what it is. Everybody see it, so I don't even got to describe it. Memphis. That's why Memphis and Chicago kind of relate in such a way. Because not only do we have a lot of relatives between the two cities, you know, but in terms of how everybody get down, it's just like that. You get what I'm saying? It's real heavy on the respect the nigga type vibe. You know what I mean? You gotta
yes, sir.
You know what I mean? You got to demand your respect where you go, and you got to make sure you giving respect everywhere you go. So that's how Memphis was, and I'm proud that I am from Memphis. I don't care what nobody say about it. You know how negative things get. You know, of course, I always want the best for my city, and I always want people to kind of awaken the same way I was able to awaken and be like, okay, I can't be doing that. You know what I mean? I'm here for a higher purpose. Let me go over here and do this. I want people to move in that realm too. You dig? But until then, you know, I just pray for my city and I rep my city.
Man, go ahead. Now listen, growing up, man, I know we talked about this last time, homie. You an athlete too. I don't know if people know that, but you said you was wicked with that jump shot. Now, I mean,
I But see, I could hoop for sure, but I went to college playing football. You know what I mean? So that's why I said I'm an athlete through and through for sure. That's how I came up too. You get what I'm saying? It's basketball season, track season, then football. I mean, where it go? Football season first, of course. Football season, basketball season, track season, summer workouts, and then on over back again football season and just keep on going. So that was my life in school. You did just a
So
robot.
football was the first love.
No, basketball was actually.
That's what I told you. Said basketball was the
Yeah,
first
most
love.
definitely hooped all day. You know what I mean? But when I was little, I had got challenged by one of my cousins that I couldn't come on the little league team and take his spot, and I did. So then after that, I was just kind of just like enthralled in the game itself. It's a warrior sport, so from there, then went on to high school because I think I played like the last level of SYS is what they call it. It's community center football. So I played the last level SYS in like the 8th grade. And in 9th grade, I went out for the high school team and made it. I was one of the few 9th graders at that time to make it. And rest was history. I was wide receiving cornerback.
Ooh, you are okay. So you had them deep. Your boy had them diva positions, boy. He had the glorious positions.
Come on, man. Pop my shit all day, every day. I'm gonna let you know which way I'm going, and you gotta stop me. You hear me? I'm letting you know if you throw it on my side right now, I'm picking it off. I'm going 40 yards, my dog. Don't throw it over here. And I did just that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I loved it, man. High school football was dope. It was good to me, and college football taught me a whole lot too. I only played my red shirt year, my freshman year, which was my sophomore year in terms of education. But I played my red shirt year my sophomore year, and then I made the decision to stop playing football to do music.
Now I gotta ask because most times you don't see an athlete say, you know what, I'm gonna stop balling to go do music. So what made you pivot and say, you know what, my calling, my purpose is gonna be in music, bro? I know you love music, but you love ball too,
man. So what it was I was trying to figure out what my path was supposed to be. I always knew, I've always felt that I'm supposed to touch the people somehow, some way. Certain things in life you feel what your calling could be. And I just prayed. I prayed and I prayed and prayed. Daily. Like, God, give me a sign. Let me know what it is I'm supposed to do. Because going from high school senior year, I'm that nigga. You know what I mean? And then going to college, you go right back down the totem pole. You feel me? So
you ain't that nigga. You gotta
right,
start
you
over.
ain't that nigga no more. And then you realize that, we all was the shit from our high school. We all was that nigga. You know what I mean?
Right.
So but I'm used to being able to do that because of course you go through the ranks in high school. So you know how to go through the ranks. So I was cool with that, but I was also rapping. You know what I mean? So I would leave practice and go record. You get what I'm saying? Or leave practice and do some homework and then record. I'm writing raps before practice. You get what I'm saying? So I was dropping mixtapes all while playing football. And it just came to a point where I'm like, okay, I gotta really focus on one of these. Now, do I just let music go to the back burner and thug it out, work my way up to total pro, or do I take full on this music like I thought I should? So I prayed to God, give me a sign, let me know what I'm supposed to do. And then one day after I prayed, my brother called me out of the blue. You know what I mean? Like, me and my brother real close, but we hadn't spoken probably like in like a couple weeks or whatever. He just called me out of the blue and he was like, hey man, whatever you do, don't stop rapping. This was like literally probably like 5-10 minutes after I prayed. You feel me? So from there it was like, okay, that's the sign. And then I went and told my college coaches, like, I think I'm done. I appreciate y'all because I was a walk-on. You know what I mean? I just sent them my film and they told me to come pick up my pads. Literally, I played for the University of Memphis.
Go ahead, man. You play for the Tigers?
Tigers. I bleed blue. You hear me?
Go ahead, boy.
Yeah. So I went to all the coaches. First, I went to the head coach, who was at the time was Tommy West, and I let him know, hey coach, I really want to do music, and I just wanted to come and let you know from my mouth that this is gonna be my last year, my last season. And he was like, well, I appreciate you, for coming to me like a man. He was like, you always in class like you supposed to be. So I would always, expect to see you where you supposed to be. So
That's right.
he was like, let me ask you this. Do you love it? I was like, I love it, coach. And he was like, say no
Mm.
more. He was like, well, I hope to see you on TV one day. And we shook hands. I told him I was going to finish my workouts, for spring. And that was it, and I did just that. So from there, I went to my positions coach, my receiver coach, and told him, hey, this is it. I'm going to finish my workouts like I told coach. And then I'm done. Because, when you're an athlete, you're a college athlete, you on the calendar, my nigga. This is what you're supposed to be doing. You get what I'm saying? Like they don't gotta tell you twice. It's like the military. They don't gotta tell you twice. These are your workouts. This is what you're supposed to be. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You gotta hit them. You gotta check in. You gotta clock in. You gotta do what you're supposed to do. So I wouldn't let all my coaches and even my strength and conditioning coach let him know, hey, I'm gonna finish these workouts and then I'm done. So I did just that, and then I went on and pursued music because not only that, as after I had talked to my brother, I had a conversation with my homegirl, and she was just like, yo, you gotta, at some point, you're gonna have to separate your career from your pastime. Which one is gonna be which? You get what I'm saying? So, both of them was just something that I love to do and something that I was just great at, so there it was. It was like music is full time. And then I dropped a mixtape right after that called Full Time.
Now I gotta ask this though, Mom Dukes. What did moms feel about that? Because mom like my baby playing football.
Yeah,
he in college. He gonna do some great things for the family brand. How mom feel about that though, bro?
Her thing was as long as I didn't drop out of college, because she knew how I felt about music. I've been writing raps for forever. You get what I'm saying? Like when I moved out of my mom's crib, at 18 to go to college, found boxes of raps. I would just I'm doodling, I'm writing whatever jots come to mind. You get what I'm saying? So she knew how I felt about music anyway. So she always supported me full on. Her thing was as long as I didn't drop out of school. And part of me didn't want to drop out of school because that's what I was trained to do. But the other part of me knew I needed that knowledge. I was going for a business degree. I needed that knowledge. You get what I'm saying?
So, bro, you stayed and finished? You finished
Oh,
school?
yeah, come on, bro. I knocked out the 4-year degree. I got a bachelor's degree in finance, business management. You feel me?
Hey, man, I wanted for my listeners out there. Now, y'all hear what my partner said, right? So he quit. He kept a couple commitments. Now, I want y'all to follow the character. He, like a man, told his coaches, I'm going to pursue this, but even on my way out, I'm going to complete everything I was supposed to complete. So I'm going to close this chapter out with high character. I'm going to have a real conversation with my mama, tell her what I'm doing. She just said one caveat, do not drop out of school. Right. And my boy went on to finish his degree, business finance. Come on, man. I'm proud of you, bro. I did not know that, man.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Knocked it out like a G. It wasn't easy either, boy.
Wow. Now we graduate college, bro. How we get to the A, man? How we get here, bro?
So me coming out of college is like, okay, I got this finance degree that I'm about to have. I ain't about to work in nobody's cubicle. That's just not finna happen. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to do music. I'm selling mixtapes at this point full time. This is how I'm paying my bills. Selling my mixtapes on the street at the corner. I'm leaving class. I'm selling mixtapes. You know what I mean? Every so often, serving a little. You know what I mean?
Hey, it happens. It happens.
We gotta get booked. Like people don't understand.
Yeah.
But my main move is selling these CDs. And what's so lovely about all that, bro, is selling CDs actually helped me stop doing everything that I was doing. Because I had picked up after I stopped playing football, I picked up a job at the Nike factory. You get what I'm saying? I hated that, but as I still sold more mixtapes, I'm like, okay, this could be the move. So I saved up enough money to pay 3 months of rent,
yes, sir,
and bills just to make sure I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And I quit the Nike factory. And then after being out there booming, you know what I'm saying, selling mixtapes, it was like, y'all can have that. I don't even need that. You get what I'm saying?
Full time.
I'm full time on this mixtape called Full Time. You know what I mean? That's what it was.
So, bro, tell me about Full Time. Now, I know you're writing, and I know you obviously got a great ear for music. Did you produce the beats? Did you get the home?
So I had to start like people see that I'm in a studio like this in the background, right?
Yeah.
People see that, you know, I'm on records with this person and that person, or I'm writing with this person, I'm engineering with this person, and they don't think that I came from the bottom. Niggas don't even realize I came from the bottom. So I didn't have no beats. So what I had to do was I had to do a Jacking for Beats mixtape. My first three mixtapes were Jacking for Beats mixtapes.
Come on now.
So, you know, full time was Jack and Jay-Z beats, and you get what I'm saying, Nas beats, and you know what I mean, Dipset beats. You get what I'm saying, and you know, I'm just rapping on them joints and going ham. You know, I think I might have had like 2 original beats out of all 3 mixtapes.
So, bro, your first mixtape movement, mixtape 1, mixtape 2, you being resourceful. You saying, listen, I ain't got no money. I'm starting with me. I'm building my shit up. I'm gonna have to rock. Hey, I'm gonna have to rap over you niggas beats. It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Right. And I didn't record it in no fancy studio. My partner at the time was a white boy. Shout out to Cream. He was going to school he was going to Memphis, and he had a recording class that he was taking. He had the laptop. I think we was record. It might have been like Sonar. It might have either been Sonar or Reason. One of them junks that he was recording on his laptop, and he had a little mic. We would sneak into the music building where they had the pianos. They had like maybe like 5 to 10 different rooms so people can practice piano. They were padded rooms.
Yes, sir.
And he would set up the mic right next to the piano, set up his laptop on top of the piano, and we get it in right there in that little corner. You know what I mean? So, and at the time I had bottle caps on the ends of my braids, right? So if anybody listens to the mixtapes ever, you hear the clicking, clacking, and clinking and clacking at the beginning before you know what I mean? It wasn't no change. Like you hear change like now, it wasn't no change. That was all my hair. You know what I mean? Just clicking and clacking from the bottle caps. That's how tight we were in that little space. You get what I'm saying? So I came from the bottom, like I said, like recording in the piano room, jacking for beats, but I sold it. I sold at least probably 10,000 of each mixtape out of my hands. It's just, you know what I mean? Hot days in the spring and summer at the gas station, cold nights in the winter. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there with a coat and some gloves and some mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? And you learn a lot while you being out there with the people. You get what I'm saying? Because you learn how people look at you, right? Some people look at you for what you could be. Some people look at you for what they think you are. Some people look down on you and they look past what you actually are. You get what I'm saying? I had people thinking I was homeless because I'm out there every day. It's like, nah, that's actually my truck right here. Pew, pew. You know what I mean? And which was a truck that I bought from selling mixtapes. You get what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is.
Renegade, you said something. I can't let you speed past that gym, homie, because that's something that people need to hear. When you out there, you said some people see what they can get from you, who you are, or who they think that you aren't. Did I say that right? I don't want to fuck that up because that was too
paraphrase it, but you got exactly the meaning that I'm saying. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, you learn a lot. You learn a lot of how to deal with people. You get what I'm saying? How to deal with the junkies. You know what I mean? Junkies got so much game to give. You know what I mean? Like we call them cone back home. You know what I mean? So like in Atlanta, they call them J's. You know what I mean?
Call them hypes in Chicago. They call them hypes. Yeah.
Hypes. So we call them cone, but like you can learn a lot from junkies for sure. You know, because they'll tell you how they got where they at. Well, you get what I'm saying? And it's a lot of talented junkies. Like it's a lot of talented junkies. Like first time a nigga told me, oh yeah, I used to rap a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I really just want him to go ahead and get the hell out of my face so I can keep doing what I'm doing. And he was like, I'm gonna let you hear something. My nigga was so fire. The nigga started rapping and was just like, you know what I mean? He was everything a rapper should be. But he a junkie, but he let me know that, you know, he kind of got down bad. And then from there, start fucking around. A talented female the same way. She sung like a singing bird, you feel me? And she was like, she got with the wrong crowd, you know, and took the wrong turns. And so you start learning what not to do. This is why to this day I just stay focused. Because you know what I mean, get off on that wrong path and end up just like them folks I used to talk to at the gas stations.
So, bro, you building your ground up, you know, out there with the J's, out there with the people. I'm already knowing you in the parking lot, after the club, before the club, the whole.
Right there. I know the whole schedule of the city at this point.
Bro, let me ask you this. We know where you are now, and you can know my whole thing with Cigar Chats and Mac. I want people, we see the crescendo. We see my dog, he only gonna climb higher mountains. We see you in the big pretty studio now. But I love that you taking the people through the process. Let me ask you this. On your dark days, on your hard times, when you motherfuckers like, nah, man, I ain't fuck with that mixtape. I don't want it today. You didn't move no mixtape that day. What kept Renegade going and pressing forward when everything was telling him when everything was saying externally quit?
It's like at this point I'm knee deep. I'm knee deep. It ain't no turning back. I quit football. Yeah, I quit my job. I literally quit everything that was in the way. My girl at the time, like, she already know it. You know what I mean? Watch out. You feel me? You know what I mean? But she was still there. You know what I mean? So she would be there. You know what I mean? She'd be waiting at my crib for me when I get done at 1 o'clock at night, leaving the gas station. You feel me? But it's just like this got to work because I put myself in a position of hunger where it ain't nothing but this. So okay, I didn't get it. I didn't get, like you say, it was winning nights that I didn't sell a CD. You feel me? It's like, you know, and you just be like in the room, like counting up your little, you know what I mean? Count up either nothing or count up this little $10 you might have made. And it's like, bro, what's going on? Like, okay, that was okay. That's the wrong spot at the wrong time. What time was it? Okay. So that spot dead at this time.
Come on
this day. Like I said, you got to learn the pulse of the city. You get what I'm saying? So okay, 5 o'clock. I need to be at that gas station right off the exit.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Mount Moriah and Mendenhall. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That Exxon gonna bring me money, which it did. You get what I'm saying? So it's like learning the city that way too. So it's like, okay, I messed up. Somewhere down the line, I messed up. But I gotta keep going. I picked the wrong time, picked the wrong spot. You get what I'm saying? All of that. And it's just like, okay, you got to keep going. Because like I said, I quit everything that I was doing to do music. Ain't no turning back. Ain't no turning back. I mean, it was days after that when, you know, when I progressed, so to speak, and thought, you know, it's still days to this day. It's like, ain't no turning back. I was knee deep then.
Okay. So you full body deep now.
You hear me? You get what I'm going with it. I'm swimming. I ain't even here with I'm here. I'm deep in it. I'm deep in it. You feel me? So it ain't no turning back, bro. I'm here for a purpose. I'm here on a mission. So I gotta keep going, bro. So that's why, like, if anybody follows me on social, especially on IG, you know, I'm at Renegade _EL _REY. If anybody's following me on social, like, that's one of the things that I keep pushing is keep going, because, you know, we all still gonna have bad days from time to time. You feel me? So it's just, at this point, it ain't no giving up. That's not even an option.
Now, okay, started off as a pure artist, rapping, doing the beats and all of that. However, you curating, putting a whole album together. How did you pivot, bro, to get on the engineer side of the game? Tell me that.
So like you asked, when I graduated, how did I end up in Atlanta? So upon graduation, I knew I wasn't about to work in no cubicle. So my partner had hit me to a school called Full Sail. And I was like, it was audio engineering. I'm like, do I really want to do that? Not really, you know, but you got to have something else in your bag. You know, rapping ain't going to just do it all. So I'm trying to figure out how to add some value to myself. And I had seen a interview, I think it was with Kanye, and he would just talk about how, you know, he would play his beats after sessions and stuff. After he sell niggas beats, he would play his beats on his songs. You get what I'm saying? Play his songs for people. Like, oh yeah, I know you like this, but this me right here too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, how can I get in the back door? Bro just mentioned this Full Sail school. All right, let's figure it out. I applied, you know, I got in. And so after that, I just needed to, you know, secure the student loan which was insane, you know.
Okay.
But it's like, if we gonna dive in, we gonna dive in. So just sign up for it. Yeah, let's go. We're gonna take out that student loan and we're gonna go. So I moved down to Orlando. You know, I went to Full Sail on campus. So shout out to everybody that, you know, online graduates and whatnot, but I went on campus.
Come on.
So 2 months after I graduated from the University of Memphis, I was in another school. Might I add, I I got I got accepted to Full Sail probably the beginning of my senior year in the University of Memphis. So all I had to do after that was just fill out the financial aid and everything. Everything was in place.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I'm a forward thinker. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, I got 1 year left. I know I'm not about to, like you said, I know I'm not about to be in no cubicle. So
that ain't gonna happen.
Bro, talking about Full Sail, let's figure that out. Apply, get it, boom, boom, boom. So it's now all I gotta do is graduate on time.
Come on now.
It wasn't always easy. I failed a class. You know what I mean? And like I failed a financial class, and it was portfolios. I never forget it. I failed a portfolios class, and I had to retake it, but I couldn't do an extra semester. Okay. So it's like, how do I, you know what I mean, still graduate on time? So I went to the dean, told the dean what I had going, and then he was like, well, you technically passed it, you know, by the hairs of your chinny chin chin, but the prerequisite to go on to the next class is a C. I had a D. You know what I mean? So he was like, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and let you move on to the next class, but you got to go and talk to that teacher, your professor, and figure out how to get that grade changed. Wow. So I went to her. She said, well, I'll take the class. I got to take the class again.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be registered like technically.
Okay.
But I had to take the whole class again. So here I am with already 4 classes. I think I end up taking 6 classes because you're not supposed to be able to do that. So I'm taking this class under the table all over again. You get what I'm saying? To make sure that I get that C, I end up getting a B. You feel
Go ahead.
me? You know what I mean?
You snuck that B in there. He wanted to let y'all know he got from a D to a B.
Mine, I had to be on it because but what was dope about it is second go round, I understand what she's saying. She was Russian. You know what I mean? So she's a mathematician. You know, but so I could understand her vernacular a little bit better because that was a barrier too. But then it just felt like everything was moving fast in that class. So what was dope and what was a blessing about taking it again was I was able to catch it a little bit better. So that's how I was able to get that B. And then knowing what I messed up on is like, okay, that ain't the answer. You feel me? And that ain't the way to think. So yeah, so I knocked that class out and knocked out all the other classes that I had. She changed my grade. My GPA shot up. Boom, graduated. I'm out of there. You feel me? And then it just rolled on like it was supposed to. So I went to Full Sail. After Full Sail, I came straight to Atlanta 2 weeks after that. Full Sail was a full year, you know, and that's a fast pace. You know what I mean? It's a fast paced school, so it's a 24-hour school. So you got 8 hours a day. You know, you got 4 hours lecture, 4 hours lab. It's like this. It's rolling, it's rolling, it's rolling, it's rolling, it's rolling. Ain't no losing behind. You get what I'm saying? Ain't no falling behind. You just got to stay on it. And that's what I did. Took extra labs on extra labs on extra labs. Niggas don't want their lab hours. Let me get that. You don't want it? Let me sign up for it. Cool. You know what I mean? I stayed just like I stay in the studio now. I practice staying in the studio then. I would practice working on the SSL AWS board and practice recalling it on the actual board, recalling mixes and figuring out, okay, how I like to hear things on the SSL board, which is why I love a SSL to this day. When I'm mixing in the box and Pro Tools, I'm using SSL plugins on drums and, you know, different stuff like that. So, but yeah, after I graduated Full Sail 2 weeks later, I came straight here. I threw away probably like half of the things in my apartment. Everything else I put in the truck that I had at the time, rented another little pickup truck, and I came on down here. I had my girl drive my truck. I drove the pickup truck, and boom, I was here. I pulled in Atlanta the day. This is God though, right? Because I'm praying. Let's make no mistake about it. All while I'm moving, I'm praying that I just need to do this, God. I just need to do this. I prayed, you know, that I get the internship here at Stank on You. You know, so you know, let's rewind. I sent in my resume and then went back on the block to sell more mixtapes in Florida.
So wait a minute, hold on now, Renegade. We can't just speed pat. You saying you're giving too many important things, bro. Because I don't want niggas to miss that. First of all, I love the fact that this man was a praying man and he's acknowledging the fact that he's a praying man and saying, listen, I
Oh
know
yeah.
I got to order, my steps are ordered, and I'm going to always recognize the higher power, man, the
Always.
Almighty. Bro, I
Always.
love that. Now,
Yeah.
second of all, we're not going to forget at Speed Pass, the nigga was still selling mixtapes in Florida. He
Yeah.
never stopped the grind.
No, I was at every little gas station I can be in Orlando. All up and down Orange Blossom Trail for those who in Florida, who in Orlando. You know what OBT like? OBT is a long ass street. I was up and down that street all I can be. You feel me? I'm everywhere. And booming mixtapes. Booming mixtapes. So I sent in my resume, went back on the at the gas station, little 7-Eleven to sell mixtapes, and they called me then and was like, hey, we got your resume. Are you in Atlanta? I'm like, nah, I'm actually at Full Sail, but I'll be there in 6 months. I graduate in 6 months. So, you know, the manager at the time, Walt, shout out to Walter Wise. I just bugged him. I called him every month. Every time I finished the class, I called, hey, I just passed another month. I'll be there in, you know, I'm counting down months at this point. You know, after the 6 months, I was like, yo, I just passed another month. I'll be there in 5 months. Yo,
Yes,
I just passed another month. I'll be there in 4 months. And I just stayed on his line, literally. And I know, like you said, I'm just jumping around, but that's the same thing I did when I, you know, got on the football team at the University of Memphis. I sent in my highlight reel, and then I talked to the coach like, oh, boom. I sent in my my film coach. He like, cool. He called me back. I don't even answer because I'm playing phone tag with him on purpose. You get what I'm saying? So I learned from that to stay in contact with people, and then from there I built a rapport. So just when he finally got a chance to look at my film, he said, "Just come pick up your pass." So on this end with the resume, I just had a rapport with him. So now going back to present time, where we at in this timeline, after building that rapport, I pulled into Atlanta the day I pulled into Atlanta, they called me and said, hey, are you in Atlanta yet?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm here. Come tomorrow for your interview. Bet. I'm here. And now I'm here.
Man. So, bro, now what was that like, dog? Stank only your studio, bro. When we all know the legendary music that has come out that goddamn studio, bro.
Right.
What was it like, Renegade, when you first walked in there and you all your hard work, bro? Because that's a lot of work for those who can't even imagine that. That's a hell of a grind for where he started at to get to. Now I'm at Stank only. I got to prove myself again. But bro, what was that initial feeling like when you said, "Damn, I'm here"?
I think for me, it never really hit until after the fact. You know what I mean? Because I'm in grind mode now. Walking in and seeing the plaques, I'm seeing the songs that I love, and I'm just like, oh, that's dope. You know what I mean? And then I'm automatically thinking, because I'm a skit guy, right? So I used to love the skits from the albums back in the day, and I just was automatically thinking about the skits. And then as I'm meeting people, I'm hearing their voices. I'm like, oh no, that's that nigga that was on that skit. You know what I mean? I use that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking in my head. But you know, at the same time, I'm here to clean the toilets. I'm here to make the food runs and stuff like that. So I was pretty much still in grind mode. So it didn't really hit me, the magnitude of everything, probably until I really became the manager of the studio. And it's just like, damn, this shit crazy.
Renegade, you said I'm here to clean the toilets and I'm here to do the food runs. Did y'all hear what the man said? He didn't come in with an ego. He didn't come in with nothing but humility and hustle. I'm here to clean your toilets if that's what I got to do.
That's what I
had.
had
If you want me to go over there and pick you up some ribs or some goddamn fried chicken, I'm here to do that too.
That's what I had to do. And they bust down. They made sure to bust down my ego if I had an ego. Like, you know what I mean? Like I came in as an audio engineer intern. And they was like, yeah, we just need you to make that food. And then they asked about cables and different stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I can make XLR cables and I can do this and I can do that. And he's like, don't nobody care about it. This was Warren Bletcher. He was like, don't nobody care about none of that. We just need you to make these food runs and make sure you keep the client happy. I was like, all right, cool.
Keep all that over there. We don't give a fuck about none of that.
We don't give a fuck about none of that. He was like, the most important thing is making sure these food runs are done right, because that could mess up the whole session. And I learned the hard way because I got blamed for a food order gone bad. It wasn't my fault, but I had to take the weight because I was the one that made the run, and
Okay.
I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't double check. So what happened was, I'm not even gonna say the name, but
That's cool.
I was in a high profile session.
Okay.
The artist ordered. He ordered for his partners. I got everybody's order. The manager never ordered. The whole time I'm sitting right there with everybody getting all the orders. The manager never ordered. When I get back with everybody food, the manager's like, "Where's my food? You never ordered." So now he's mad, and now he's slick, getting the artist agitated just by because he in a bad mood. You get what I'm saying? And then I learned then like how powerful food orders are. You know what I'm saying? You fucking up the food order. If they order a bunch of fries and you don't ask for ketchup, now nigga got a box of fries and no ketchup. Niggas is
Dry
pissed.
ass
You
goddamn
know what I'm
fries.
saying? Man, you got wings and no dip.
No
Wings
ranch,
and no
nothing in them.
napkins. You know what I mean? It's like so I learned then how important all those little things were. And yeah, me being able to make audio cables and all that came in handy because niggas ended up having me actually solder a box of cables one day. You dig? But they were grooming me. They were grooming me from the bottom up to understand the importance of the little things. Like you think this food order don't mean nothing, but it
Mm,
actually do. It matters because if they not happy, they not gonna have a good session. If they don't have a good session, they might not come back. You know what I mean? So it's a
mm,
trickle down effect. Not only that, but do you have the wherewithal to pay attention to the details that I just stated? Are you getting napkins? Are you asking niggas do they want anything to drink? Are you
mm,
making sure you got silverware if niggas got messy food? Are you
mm.
ask do y'all need plates? You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
This is
sir.
a service industry, make no mistake about it. Yeah, I'm an
Mm,
audio engineer, but I'm a tool at the same time. For the most part, I'm a tool. I just so happen to be one of the doper tools that you could use because I can help you with your song. You get
come
what I'm
on now.
saying? But if you don't want my help with those song, I still got to be a good tool and help you get to where you trying to do with your, you know what I mean? But what you doing. So it taught me a lot. Like past the humility, it taught me the importance of the little things. You know what I mean? So and I try to instill that in my guys that come behind me. You know what I mean? Some catch it and some don't. And I ain't here to beat it in your brain if you don't. It's just like, okay, you don't catch it because I'm on to the next. So it's like, and plus I don't micromanage like some people do. You
Okay.
know, I'm a soldier because my dad was in the military. Hence, me being an athlete, I already
Right.
get it.
That's right.
So you see where I'm at with it.
I'm with you. I'm
I'm
with you.
I'm a trained soldier. I'm a trained soldier. I'm from Memphis. It's all about respect. It's all about, you know what I mean? You do this, you know what you got. I'm a team player. So at this point in my life, I don't micromanage nobody. I expect you to do what you're supposed to do. I expect you to be where you're supposed to be. If you're not,
Come on.
I might not even say nothing, but I caught it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I made a
So
mental note of it. I got it.
yeah, I made a mental note and I kept it moving. So I try to instill those type of things in my guys, like in terms of the importance of details. You know what I mean? Because that's what they taught me.
Now I got it. Now we got to talk about the master stroke of how you went from just now being the sound engineer, the audio engineer, to now you're making records. To now you're still doing your passion. You're still putting out bangers like no, you still doing things, bro. You on songs with with major people. How did you slide that in? Like, oh, by the way, I also make some banging ass music.
So it really wasn't me. It was me, but it really wasn't. It was everything around me. So
Okay,
shout out to my OG backbone,
okay,
five dudes, four tray, but back I used to have my mixtapes because like mind you, I'm cleaning up around the city around the studio. So these same mixtapes that I had in Florida, I brought with me, and as I was, setting up like we got a little area in the front of the studio when you walk in, and it's like people can put their flyers and stuff like that around and all their business cards. I used to sit my mixtapes right there on the edge. And so then one day I was just cleaning up and Backbone was like, hey, shout you Renegade, ain't it? And I'm like, because at that time nobody was calling me Renegade. Like everybody was calling me my government name. You know what I mean? So for him to say that, let me know he had already caught me. He
you
already
been
knew it was
peeping me.
me. So he
Yeah.
was like, hey, shout Renegade. And I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, you fine. You fine. So then I think he might have mentioned it to Big. but I don't think Big paid no attention. And then shout out to my homeboy Capo, from Dothan, Alabama. He's a rapper, but he was in and out the building and whatnot. And then he said, yo, this your mixtape? I guess he probably caught the video, the voice. He was like, he sat down one day at the front. He was like, yo, this your mixtape? I was like, yeah. He was like, yo, you hard, bro. And then Backbone come walking in. And then Capo just real loud, like, yo, did you know he rap? This is mixtape. And he was like, yeah, I've been peeped it. Woo, woo. So then they all talking, and then Big walk in. And then now they having a conversation about it. So Big let them know. I mean, so they let Big know. He was like, oh, okay. And then just in passing, I guess he really heard it. You know, I didn't think he picked up the mixtape, but I guess in passing, he really listened to it. So he was like, you know, I heard what you're doing. He was like, I like what you're doing. He was like, you're a breath of fresh air, you know, coming through the building in a while. So he's like, so you can trap it out in the C room. So I got his blessing to just clean up and work in the C room. Clean up and work in the C room. So that's why to this day, that's why I let my niggas work in the C room. You know what I mean? Like, because we all need that, and that's how we get better, right? So that's just what it was. So from there, they invited me in the room, and we all reached that point. It was like when you get invited in the room and the nigga asks your opinion, you know what I mean? Type shit. So you know, they asked my opinion. I kept it G. Some shit I liked and some shit I didn't.
I didn't.
Yeah, and I think that alone struck a chord with some people because you know everybody on some that's hard. You know what I mean? I'm like,
nah,
really that ain't that way. I think you could have came harder. You know, so for there, they just kept asking me to come back in the room. You know, not only that, but I was one of the interns that I had everything you need. Like I don't really smoke. Like I smoke maybe like every 8 blue moons. It's not even enough to say I actually smoke. You feel me? But at that time, I wasn't smoking at all. But I kept lighters. I kept everything the smokers needed.
Whatever y'all need, I got it.
I got pencils. I got pens in my book bag. I got XLR cables that I made in my book bag. I got pads. I got everything. I don't even write on pads. I write in my head. But I got notepads if you need it. You get what I'm saying? So I just was one of those interns too. So I guess it kind of was like a double fold for them to invite me in the room because now I'm a new vibe. I'm out here in the city. I'm out, you know what I mean? I'm a young nigga. Plus, I got everything you need right here in my book bag.
Yes, sir.
So from getting invited in the room to okay, now you get your shot to engineer, and then you know they knowing that I am an artist. You know, one day I asked Big, I was like, yo, you mind if I write a verse? And he was like, he looked at me. I never forget the first time I asked. He just paused and he was like, yeah, it's cool, but just let me write mine first. Because he don't like the, you know what I mean? He don't like his thought process to be thrown off. So I was like, all right, cool. So I just sat in the corner and I wrote my verse. Like I'm hyped. I'm talking about Adrenaline Rush. Remember the Adrenaline Rush record from Twister?
Twister, come on, you know I know that record.
Rush, my nigga. Like I just had Adrenaline Rush and I just sat in the corner like, and I came up with 16 bars right there in the corner, just on some like, you know what I mean, on some just rearing back and forth. And then I waited for him to finish what he did. He dropped, I think he might have got up to like 8 bars because depending on what's going on, he'll piece it together. You know what I mean? Opposed to like doing the whole jump. So he got like to 8 bars and he was done. And because people just be distracting him all day, especially when we was working at night a lot. And he got the 8 bars and he finished. And he was like, all right, Shawty, you can go ahead and go. I went in there and murked it. I came back out the booth. I'll never forget this shit. I came out the booth. He was like, you just came up with that? I was like, yeah. Like, just now. I was like, yeah, sitting in the corner. He was like, all right. Wow. So from there on, he just always let me drop a verse. You know what I mean? And it took me a while to actually land. You know what I mean? I dropped verse after verse after verse after verse after verse. And it took me a while to actually land the verse that stuck. And it stuck for probably like 2 weeks. And then I left, went on vacation, came back, it was gone. You know what I mean? But just still I kept on trying, just throwing stuff at the wall, basically. You know what I mean? And after a while, they started accepting my hooks. You know what I mean? So that's how it started, them accepting my hooks. So after they accepted my hooks, you know, it wasn't until fast forward all the way until now, it wasn't until the big sleepover No, it wasn't until Boomerverse that they actually kept my voice on a record. And that was just because I think that might have been by chance because a nigga was supposed I did references. You know what I mean? So on it's a record called Made Man. It's me, Killer Mike, Big, and Corrupt. And and I come in with a bridge. They made it a bridge, but I come in with a if you what did it say? If you think dang uh eh, I be forgetting my own giant. Saying I didn't hanging out the window like I'm out with the chopper. If I said it, then I meant it. Ain't no apologizing, partner. That's some real shit. Yeah, and I just the way I did it. I also had my homegirl sing, but my homegirl Miss Cece LaFleur sing underneath me. So it was just a real, you know what I mean, melodic something that just popped out of nowhere. But it was a reference. You know what I mean? So one day he was playing the project for niggas, and nobody had he hadn't got nobody to redo my part yet. And it was a bunch of niggas in the room. And when he played it, everybody was like, "Oh shit, that's Renegade!" Oh, you know what I mean? So from there, he just left me on that joint. So that was the first time my voice actually was on a record. And then
On the
fast
record.
forward, right, all this time that was the first time. So then the next time I actually landed my voice on a record was the past album that he did, which was the Big Sleepover, and I'm
So
actually in the book.
that song Recreation, that you on that song.
Right, that's the first time that. Well, that's the second time my voice was on the record, but that's the first time they put my name on the song. So niggas don't even know, like, it's still a grind. It's an upward hill grind. You know what I mean? And I'm still tagging these, you know what I mean? I'm tagging these goals as I go. But that was the first time my name actually went on it because the A&R on the Boomerverse album kept my name off of it.
What kind of fuck shit is that?
Hey man.
It's a
It's a
dirty
lot of
game.
fuck shit.
It's a lot of fuck shit.
Yeah. Industry full of vultures. It need to be taken over.
Taking over. Renegade, we gotta, bro. I gotta go back because that's a full circle moment, homie. And I know we coming up on time. I appreciate you, man. Got about 12 more minutes, man. I respect your time, bro.
It's all good.
Man, that's a full circle moment because that's a surreal. Just hearing that fucking story, and I hope my listeners hear that. We talking about the guy that said, "I'm walking away from football. I'm gonna graduate. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to audio engineering school. I'm gonna do all of that. I'm gonna continue to sell my mixtapes all over Memphis, all in Florida, and then I'm gonna take the intern. I'm gonna keep pressing dudes, staying in contact, following up, because fortune is in the follow up. And then I finally get that crescendo money. And when he say big, he talking about, for those who don't know, he talking about Big Boy from the legendary group Outkast, man. That's special cloth. That's like the holy grail of rap group right there, bro. I mean, man, if ain't nobody ever told you, bro, I'm proud of you, my nigga. I'm proud of you just hearing that fucking story, like just to hear that shit because it's inspiring, Renegade, because you started from nothing, my nigga. You didn't when you started in Memphis at the goddamn Exxon or whatever them goddamn gas stations is,
all
my
of
nigga.
it. Exxon, BP, MAPCO.
You didn't know. You didn't know you was gonna end up on the goddamn song with Big Boy. Come on.
I didn't. We just shooting for the space, shooting for space, past the stars, past the moon. We just know we got to do it, you know.
Proud of
So,
you,
like you said, it was very, very full circle, and it's still to this day full circle. To be able to perform with them. You get what I'm saying? Because ain't too many engineers, recording the records, writing the records, and then performing the records with the homies, with the with the legends. So that I don't take for granted, even though I'm still trying to shoot past where I'm at right now, because this ain't where I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I ain't
still more to go.
Take the destination. You feel me? So like I'm trying to move past that, but I don't take it for granted at all. You know, these are blessings that I pray to God for. So this is why that's another reason why I never quit. You know, once God started giving me exactly what I was asking for,
come on now, preach.
That would be beyond ungrateful.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like I realized quitting not only is ungrateful to God because he gave me exactly what I asked for,
Mm.
but it's disrespectful to everybody that believed in you.
Bro. And as we close out, man, again, I had the pleasure to meet you in person. Such a humble and genuine dude. So as he talked, he literally greeted everybody with the same humility, energy, and all of that, bro. I want you to briefly talk about, man, because we're talking about fatherhood, and that's important. And you are an active pops, man. I remember
Yeah.
we was having a moment. He was like, man, I love my son playing the game with him and things of that nature, man. As a father, you know, how do you, man, feel? Music is great, but now raising your boy, putting those same values that you got into him. Tell the people just a little bit about how gratifying that is as a father, because we need to highlight them black fathers.
I mean, it's very gratifying, but I got 3 kids for one, and it's gratifying. But what's crazy is me and my youngest son, like we just butt heads because we're the exact same person, and I recognize that. He don't
That do,
recognize it, but I recognize it. We're the
that do.
exact same person, so like we just butt heads. But what's funny about you even asking me this question is because
Yes, sir.
this morning on the way to school, he read me a song that he wrote.
Ah!
This
He
was
got
the
the bug. He
this was
got the
the
bug.
first song he's ever written. Now he got crazy rhythm, so like we're gonna get him piano lessons starting next month. But he's talented. He beatboxes and stuff. So but he wrote a song today, and I was just like, I look back in the back seat. Cause like I'm writing, like when I wake up in the morning, I'm playing a beat. I'm working, like I'm working every single day. So I'm driving him to school with the instrumental playing, and you know what I mean. And he's always sometimes like in the back seat, and I'm just like nigga, be quiet. You know what I mean?
Like
Like
he catching it. He
yeah,
catching
but today he actually read it out. He had it on paper. You know what I mean? And I was like, whose song is that? He's like, mine. I was like, who helped you with that? He was like, nobody. He's 8. He just turned 8 Sunday. And he was like, nobody. And I was like, I kind of like that. I was like, I just turned my beat off. Like, let me help you with that. You know what I mean? But me and him butting heads.
it.
One. I'm like, I'm just trying to help you, my nigga. This how I
Like,
talk to my little one. I'm trying to help you, my nigga. Like,
like,
whatever. I'm gonna turn my beat back on. No. I take your help. I take your help. So then we going over. We you know what I mean? We brainstorming on lines of his song. So it's
that was it.
that was a what? That was a wonderful moment, you know what I mean? But
That's a
but just
blessing,
being
bro.
able, like you said, in terms of like instilling the values in all 3 of my kids. I got 2 boys and a baby girl,
Come on now.
just and instilling the yes sir, yes ma'am, no sir, no, you know what I mean, no ma'am, and being you got to be better than everybody else. I hold you at a higher standard, and he's brilliant too. So he's like, you know, ahead of the pack type deal. I started him on math and reading early, so like he's in the 2nd grade, but he's on the 3rd grade level. So just all of that, giving them exactly what I had, as a kid, and giving them more, not doing the things that I didn't like done to me.
Mm,
All of those different things matter to me as a
come
as
on
a
now.
dad, but to see him kind of like pick up on it, and even though we fuss and fight, and, I see he still picks up on it, and
Get it.
that's when it's gratifying.
There you go,
Because
man.
other than that, boy, he a headache.
Hey, they gonna wear your ass out. Like, Renegade, like I told you, my boy is 25 and 23, and bro, all that area where you at right now, I thought they weren't paying none of that shit. I said no attention. All them
Right,
niggas listening to everything.
right,
Trust me,
right,
they
right.
listening to, but they don't want you to know right now. That's the game they play with you.
I'm glad you told me, because I'm just, what I mean, stay on my
Stay
path
focused.
that I'm on. Because sometimes I be like, man, look, bro, I ain't saying nothing else to you, bro. Like you do what you do, but I know I can't do that. You know what I
Don't do
mean?
that.
Because he's just a baby. You know what I mean? He
They
don't
get it.
know, man. Yeah, man. So
They get it.
so it's a blessing to even right with them 2 and my baby girl. I mean, she's the silly one out. She's the character. Like, I mean, like I make fun of my girl's mom, like how she talks, because she real country. And then today my daughter did it, and we all just bust out laughing. And it's just like, yeah, she's a silly. I call her silly Jilly. Yeah, man, because she's just You know, she's just a character. So it's just dope to see all of their, you know, different
Personality.
personalities and stuff like that. Because they humans. They might be kids, but they humans, and they come in with their personalities
That's
off
real.
top.
That's
Yeah,
real.
so it's a blessing.
Well, man, I'm homie. As we close out, man, I know your last single was okay, okay. Besides anything, man, you want the people to you know to know about upcoming projects, man. Again, I'm so proud of all your success, bro. I pray God continue to give you more. What is it that you want the people to know, man, and where they can, you know, just any information, what to be looking out for, homie?
Just know that I'm an artist first. You know, I got most of my accolades at this point are from being an audio engineer, but the artist accolades they starting to build. You know what I mean? But just know that I do music. I do music in its totality. You know, so I'm not a one trick pony, and I'm not a jack of all trades, master of none. I'm somebody that's on the brink of mastering all of these, and it's not because I just want to be able to do everything. It's just that when doing music, you let me get better at this, let me get better at that. So understand that I really do music, and I really take it very very seriously. This is my profession, you know. In terms of what I got going currently, like you said, I got the okay record, so that's going crazy. You know, we got back from London. When I met you, I had just got back from London.
You had just got off the plane. You was tired
Yeah,
of motherfucker.
I had just got back. You know,
Yep.
so you know, we pushing that. Okay, it's doing what it needs to do, but it can always do more. So, hey, go stream. Okay, by Renegade El Rey, produced by Brilliant Mac. And we're working on several projects. I do have a project in the works that should drop probably like the first quarter of this coming year, 2024. So, you know, just figuring out the steps to market and promo and all of that, because the music is done, but that's just the minute part of it. You get what I'm saying? The rest of it is letting the world know. So being able to come on platforms like yours and let
Thank you,
people
brother.
know about myself and let people know about the music, you know, so they can put two and two together and let it know that, yeah, well, everything he's saying, that's what he's doing, because that's just how I rock. You feel me? I ain't talking about it if I ain't done it. I ain't talking about it if I don't do it. I ain't saying I got it if I ain't got it. You know, I'm a realist in that sense. You know, so definitely stream the music. You know, you can find me on all your social media platforms. Renegade El Rey, Renegade _EL_REY. Check out the website renegade-EL-REY. You feel me? Just Google it, and everything you need to know about me, it'll pop up, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the love. I appreciate, you know what I mean, your time, my dog. You know, because you doing big things too.
I
Let's not
appreciate
act like you ain't an author out here pushing a book. You feel me? So, you know,
we got that good old diamond, man. It's still in.
come on. What old diamonds, man? Come on. You know, I got a homie named Martin Luther King. He called it mud diamonds. So, you know, yeah, we all out here pushing. So shout out to all the real men. Stand up.
Absolutely. Well, listen, man. Hey, when that project drop next year, you got to slide back through the cigar chats one more time with me, if you don't
Most
mind.
definitely. Most
All right.
definitely. Most definitely. Appreciate you having me.
Well, listen, y'all, we out. Hey, go stream my dog shit. Until next time.
Yeah.